Welcome to Truth Mafia Podcast. Today we got a special episode for you about the alien invasion. I got a special guest on here with my co host. Somebody's audio. Oh, is that mine? Hold on. Might be me.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, is that mine? Hold on. Yes, it is. Might be me.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sorry, guys.
That was a dope intro.
You know what I did?
Regardless.
I left my thing open from where I put it up on Rumble, so it started streaming on Rumble, and I had the DM window open. I apologize for the beginning. No big deal. We could also trim that down a little if we have to. But I got my co-host today, guys, the Donut Factory, and our brother Brandon K. All their links are down in the description. Donut started a new Facebook. That link is down below. Please, guys, take 2 seconds out real quick. Go follow it. When you follow it, make sure you set it on your favorites, and you got to even set posts and videos on all, or you'll just get highlighted updates. You won't get all of his lives and stuff. And he has his new YouTube as well, and that link is down below too. Go support that. Both of my new YouTubes and all my links are down below as well. And before we get going, I got a couple little promotions we got to get out the way real fast. This is brought to you from Body Align and the Ultimate Wellness Band, 5G protection. That link is down below as well. And Brother Donut, you put that link on your Rumble too?
Yep.
Okay, it's on there. I'm going to switch it out at the end and add that one to mine. But also, guys, make sure you come over here, join the Diamond membership, free VIP, one-time fee, $26. You get lifetime access to all of our groups and a free astrology numerology reading. And we just started a new course for all of the newcomers to Gematria. We got learning numerology and gematria course. It's an 8-step course. It takes you pretty much 8 days, and it's one of the most intensive programs that I wrote. There's videos in there, everything. I mean, if you complete this, you get your special badge, and you also get a certificate, and then you'll understand, a lot of the decodes even more. So, Brother Donut, how are you doing today, my brother?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for all the shout out. Got the new YouTube up and diving deep into a lot of the alien psyops going on now. A lot of critical information on the Illuminati and just symbolism in general. It's Grimace's birthday a couple of days ago on June 12th from McDonald's, this Grimace character. And there's a lot of symbology with him as I made my thumbnail that, and you could see him doing the Illuminati eye, a ton of symbolism. And I when you look into the symbols, there's more than just one meaning. It goes into multiple meanings. And just on the fly, I found some really amazing slides that I'll be showing. And Brandon down below, he's got amazing content as well on his Instagram. So make sure to go subscribe there as well.
Yes, he does, guys. And please hit them like buttons. It's not showing my YouTube one. I wonder if that one's streaming. But I wanted to point something out to Brother Donut. We went over this last time, and God is in control, guys. The numbers is the universal language. God spoke us into existence with the spoken word. Every letter has a frequency and energy of vibration. Now, Donut, check this out. Fake alien invasion is 167, matching satanic ritual, because that's what it is. In Donut Factory. And Donut Factory predicted 2023 would be the year of the alien events. He predicted that on October 16th of 2022 on his Rumble channel. From that day until the event happened, well, until they released it to the public on 6/9, because it happened on 5/1, the last day of 13 days of preparation, which is a satanic holiday where they sacrifice children. But they release it to the public on 6/9 because 6/9 is Saturn, the moon landing, all that stuff was 69. But that was 236 days, guys. The God code is 236. D code cipher 236. So Donut is literally in the source code of this simulation connected to the whole alien and shit. And he's been trying to warn the public about it forever. So, it makes sense. And real quick, before we get into anything else, I'm going to show you guys this video. Now, this video, we're not going to mention any names, but certain people are sharing it, and maybe they don't know it's fake, but it's not real. This is called fair use, and it's allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. All right, let me add this.
And another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% not human.
Okay, so that's what we have, guys. 100% they're not human. Now, one of my followers showed me a video of the actual fence, right? And the actual fence doesn't have the lattice on top of it like that one does. And in the actual video, you can see something if you're zooming in on it. I'll get that video up for you guys later. I don't know what it is, but it ain't that. It ain't that. And I've seen this video before, and a lot of people sharing it, they're either sharing disinformation on accident or who knows, maybe I don't know, maybe on purpose. But Donut does a lot of editing. He taught me how to edit a lot of my stuff, and him being an amazing editor, he sees fraud all over this video. Do you not, brother?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, so it's got the mantis hands, so that's pretty interesting there, because I've been looking into the mantis, and that's not a real video. What kind of security was that? Security camera?
I guess.
Why would a security camera even be pointing right there? And why would it be highlighting just that?
Makes no sense.
Why would the exposure on it? You could just look at the shadows and the shadowing and all that. You just kind of get used to it. I mean, when you watch a YouTube video of these pranks or the guy going to the hood and saying stuff, most of that is staged and fake because of the body. Why would the alien right here, for example, it's posing for the camera. He's turning his body perfectly for the camera right there.
They got different angles on it too, Donut. There's 2 different angles going viral. I shared the one the first day, and in that video, I knew not to jump on it like everybody else was. I said, well, the entity that they're describing might look a little something like this when I was sharing the video. But I said, guys, this video, I believe it's older, and I don't think that it's from that event. And someone in the comments, Cosmic Gumdrop, that's what she just asked. Is it an older video? And Cosmic Gumdrop, I think it is, sweetheart, but I can't put my finger on where I seen it before. So if anybody knows where it came from, please let us know. And we'll definitely do a follow-up and address that, because so many people literally think it's real. You know what they're saying, Donut? They're saying that this type of alien is here to save wildlife. I swear to God.
That's pretty dope, though.
And it's ironic because the way they have it posted is like it's a trail cam. If that was a backdoor security cam, it wouldn't be aimed right there. So it's ironic that you said that.
Yeah. So Tammy said it came out in April. That's interesting.
Well, on the topic of the hair, how I was able to say that this was going to be the year of the UFO was because of multiple different reasons why.
Yeah, you were spot on with that, dude.
What I've been looking out for since the lockdowns, everything has been aligned with UFOs. For example, Storm Area 51 happened a month or so before the world changed forever. Yep. And this was promoted by every news agency, just like this UFO story being revealed now is being promoted. Everyone's in agreement. Fox News, CNN, CNBC, everyone who doesn't agree with anything agrees with the UFO. In the Economist magazine, they left out only one topic in here I won't go into, but they talked a lot about the UFOs of Europa in National UFO Day, which is on 7/2, July 2nd, when the aliens invaded in Independence Day, and also June 24th, which is the Knights Templar Day, John the Baptist Day. John the Baptist is very important to the Knights Templars. And I believe one of these 2 dates, Rihanna's alien Knight Templar baby will be born. Now, the 7/2 is on the pyramid on the dollar bill, the Alpha and the Omega. And the U.S. Open is happening right now. And there's 72 strokes in that. So we see this 72 in the new Metallica album. The elite are speaking in code. It's through symbols. And the bunny rabbit, we're in the year of the rabbit. If I could share my screen, I found something.
Yes, sir. The rabbit one?
No, not that one. All the way to the left where it's Elon Musk, right? Burnt hair. He came out with this perfume. And I was like, that looks a lot like the new Pixar movie that's being released about the aliens called Ilio, which is El, which is the god. Ili is where we get the Elite and Elon in the priesthood of the Illies. In the UFO is the same shape as the burnt hair. The hair is the rabbit. And even in the burnt hair, I never noticed this until right now, but there's an Illuminati eyeball right there at the top of it. And I just saw this like a minute ago, and I was like, I got to make a little quick slide. But that eye is the 8-pointed star. It's Polaris, and it is the UFO. It's on the Masonic compass. It's Polaris, but that is also the symbolism of the UFO. The year of the rabbit is on the moon. Finland is even a rabbit, so I'm kind of looking out for Finland. But anything connected with rabbits is connected to aliens, as Bugs Bunny is the first abductee of this. And so the cartoons, movies, and all this, yes.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Which that goes into Ishtar, and Ishtar is Nimrod's wife, and the pentagram is attributed to her.
Yep. And Venus.
Yes. Just to tap onto what you were saying about John the Baptist, I did not know that, but did you know that January 6th, according to Christmas tradition, is the day that allegedly they baptized Christ? And it's also allegedly the day that the Magi came to visit Jesus. And when you look up the word MAGA, it translates into a magician, mage. It's a root word for magazine.
Magus, the highest school in the Church of Satan.
Yep. That's interesting, dude. That is interesting.
Yeah, so Elon is connected to this whole alien agenda. Yes, Tommy?
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, okay. So just Elon being connected to it. I made the thumbnail on Rumble Grimace. He's taken over the Twitter account. Elon is tweeting about Grimace and responding back to it. They got these 4 eyes. Right here's Elon, who has that burnt hair, who's connected to this huge agenda, being Elon Musk. Musk the smell, Axe body spray. Axes are a big part of it. He's tweeting about McDonald's and Axe. And McDonald's is very similar to the UFO agenda. The Republicans love McDonald's and the Democrats love McDonald's as well. So it is also one of these tools for Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all the elites. They just love McDonald's, the real estate company. And here is Elon tweeting about Grimace, and he tweeted this weird thing, and Elon is just very excited about them collaborating and all that. But Axe body spray, this goes into Elon. Walmart as well goes into all of this. Here's little baby. There's just so much symbolism as he's the GOAT. And Elon is tweeting all about the UFO agenda of my thesis that the aliens and the psychedelics through the AI will create the new religion. So this is what he's thinking about is UFOs and psychedelics. Pretty much he even tweeted this one for augment reality, either by the Apple, the AI to contact the UFOs, or the psychedelics to contact the UFOs. And this is also connected to the cow mutilation, as the cows are growing these mushrooms as well. So there's just a huge rabbit hole here.
Oh, can you stop there real quick? Okay, that one that was at 11:40 a.m. Which that's funny. He released it at that time. That 114 in gematria, 411. That's a big number. Eloim equals 114. Elom, which is the original word, the origin for God, Elohim. But Eloim is the origin of it, and then we change it to Elohim, but it's the same word meaning gods actually.
Yes. So it's funny because there's this new Pixar film which is all about portals and UFOs and summoning. It says Disney will summon you this summer in 2024. And this kid with the one eye goes to a council, sort of like a committee of 300, a council of aliens to speak with them. They summon him like a judge being summoned. They summon him, summoning the demons and spirits and whatnot. And it's called Elio, Elio. So they really know what they're doing.
100%.
Creating this mythos, yes.
Yeah, because Elio, and then we have it at the time it's released, lining up with the Eloim, and it's connected to Elon, Elon. You know what I'm saying? What do you see? What pattern do you see? The L in all of them.
Yeah. Oh, think about I wonder where they say old MacDonald had a farm. EIEIO, EIO, Elio, EIO. I wonder if there's something up with that.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, me neither.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So Grimace, they're also doing this symbolism of the 4 eyes. As it was just Grimace's birthday, he's giving out saucy secrets. Now, McDonald's is connected to Bill Gates, to the UN, to BTS, to Travis Scott, to all these different people. But this 4-eye symbolism is showing up a lot. And the new Melanie Martinez video that's trending with the alien video was showing this 4-eye symbolism. And down here below her album, she has the 4 eyes, and it's called Portals, Eyes Open. And I mean, this just goes into like the whole portal thing. Like the M is the 3. Yeah. So I mean, I got a bunch of slides on that, but right here, it's Grimace. I'm taking over, and he's doing the one eye symbolism.
I wonder. Oh shit! There it is. Saucy Secrets equals 41. What else is 41? Alien, and you know that's the big agenda right now. And if you remember, in front of the bombing of the Georgia Guidestones, the bombing truck had 401 on it, and then Colby dies at 41 years old, and 41 days later, Pop Smoke is killed and put in ambulance number 41. And 41 days after the 2017 Great American Eclipse, we had Route 91 Harvest Festival shooting. Yeah, wow. 41's a huge number. And who was the 41st president? Mr. Skull and Bones himself. And get Kobe Bryant literally equals 41, matching Saucy Secrets in the reduction cipher. Yep, the Queen is in that cipher. There's a lot. Skull and Bones equals 41, and the 41st president, Bush Sr., was a Skull and Bones member. You know what I'm saying? Son of God is in that 41. Donut, here's one for you and Ani. Penguin is 41.
Oh, I'm happy you brought up the penguin because the penguins are a big part of this new Axe body spray with Elon and all this. So like right here, he's tweeting it. You go to Axe and they'll have the penguin immediately right here in the first thing that they do. He's the GOAT. I'll show you their new line right there, the penguin.
Wow.
And I think that's a penguin. It looks like.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a penguin. And guys, if you remember, I'm going to say this in a code, but if you remember the first lady that got the code red, she was from Coventry, England. She came out in a wheelchair and she had a penguin shirt on. Remember? She was throwing down the sacred feminine, and literally she was throwing down the triangle, which is the sacred feminine, represents the chalice, the womb. And what they're doing is trying to destroy the female womb. They're destroying the sacred feminine because females are amazing. God created you with a portal where you can create new life. You know, literally, which we seen that with Beyonce's concert where she had a portal between the two legs.
If you show slide 1W right there, it's what you're talking about. So
this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Right there, guys. See exactly what, you know, that's that symbol right there. And I say that all the time to you guys, but they're trying to destroy that. They're trying to destroy, population control, Mark Anthony, 110% right. And we can't get into that too much, but we all know how they're destroying it.
And Ani, who brought up the penguins initially, he just interviewed the lady who created the Matrix and the Terminator, and
phenomenal.
And she was going into how Matrix meant womb. You already knew this and talked about it, but I thought it was interesting. And also, I don't know if you can make the slide even bigger, but there's some more symbolism to connect with portals with the game Simon, the Four Corners, the 33-mile Black Rock. I don't know if it's possible. But
should I click on full stream layout or full screen layout?
It's fine. It's just kind of hard to see, but that symbol that you see on the left where it says "Please stand by," the Four Corners. We've been talking about the Four Corners, Stranger Thing 4, the portals.
Yep.
Even at Trump's Mar-a-Lago, the symbolism's there. Which is the access, the axe body spray. Tesla means of the axe. Axe is a god as well. It's the hieroglyph of a god. You got the international banking right here, which makes the Federal Reserve dwarfs them right there with that same symbolism. So there's this portal symbolism as well with all this, with the Great American Eclipse happening on the 322 year, just days before the 322 year of Yale. And Yale symbol as well. If you shared this screen, sorry, I'm going all over, but slide 4, which is the other side of this, you see an X. I'm not sure if you can see that, Tommy.
Which one are you looking at, brother? Oh my God! And remember that Gulf of Mexico fire? I was right about that. I predicted that day. It's still up on TommyTruthful.com. Go look. I said we were going to have a fire ritual, and that was the first day they started mixing the fire and the water. You know, people love to say things. If me and Donut are off on anything, which we're batting at a high 99 percentile, but they forget to praise us when we are on point a lot. You know, first interview we ever did, we said, watch out, guys, bridge rituals are going to start. And it literally was 5 in a row. And that's not even the grand finale. That'll end up in San Francisco. But, you know, it's not like it's just going to happen tomorrow. It's part of manifestation magic. They're putting energy into the event. And then when they destroy that sigil, in this case, the Golden Gate Bridge is a sigil, it releases that energy. You understand?
If
Now,
you can,
real quick, Donut,
Yeah.
I put the link and for Ani interviewing that lady that wrote The Matrix and the Terminator, I put that link in the comments for everybody. Just want to let them know that. Shout out to Ani. What'd you need me to put up now, brother? The X one?
Yeah, the one with the X that's right next to it. Just on the topic of the X, the access. Here's Yale. The coat of arms is the X. That's Florida. The X. The Templar color scheme. The Templar thing. The symbolism is all over the place, but it's connected to the axe right here. The access of zodiac and whatever that cross. As well. And the etymology of the word God is an axe and all that. And then you got ack, what the Martians do. So there's this tie-in with all these different things with aliens, portals, and
Osiris.
power.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Osiris
big.
doing yeah.
And that connects to Nimrod.
Oh, you got the Ogdode on there. Etymology of the word God, Ogdo. That's the 8 creator deities. The Ogdo. Hold on one second. The 8 creator deities that was involved with Crowley shit. Like if you look at Crowley's death, he dies in 1947, exactly 116 days after the Roswell event in a town called Corona. Flip 116 upside down, it's the 9/11. Ogdode is 116. Babylon 116. His protege, Jack Parsons, did the Babylon workings. And in the Bible, it says, these unclean spirits that look like frogs. Well, listen to the depiction of the Ogdode. The males have frog heads, while the females have snake heads. These are the Ogdodes. So that's interesting that you had that down there, Donut.
That's interesting that you had it already because I didn't even know that. Yeah,
so I did
so
that a couple days ago.
So the Ogdode is 8 axes. 1 axe is the hieroglyph for God, which is 1. Then you get 9 axes. It's the Ennead as well for the 9 God. So yeah, the axe is very important, and the Tesla symbol is an axe. It's 2 axes, or just a reflection of one another. So much symbolism. It's pretty dope to uncover it because there's so much more. And even this 3 symbolism that you see in the Tesla that I've been always looking out for can go into the X as well. The X was the Phoenician letter for S, Samek. And that symbol is the 3 lines, which turned into the Greek chi. You know, we're looking for the Omega, which is the last. But the chi is the 3 lines as well. So even the 3 is an X.
That's real interesting.
Yeah, and the X is the K was translated to X. So the axe, the ace, and the king. So axe plays a big role etymologically.
Eat them a lot. Yeah. And do you know
I don't
something
even know if that's a word.
interesting about the Tesla logo? Whenever I was researching Trident's donut, the Tesla logo came up with it, which I was like, wait, that's not a Trident. But I guess like it does have the two pointing down. It kind of is an upside down Trident, though, when you look at it. If you flipped it upside down, it is a freaking Trident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And the new Stranger Things that just came out today on the 15th is the Biden for Biden, the Biden, Pluto, Biden.
What Stranger Things?
So not Stranger Things, Black Mirror.
Oh, you
If
got
you,
me excited. I was about to be like,
yeah,
wait,
if
episode
you,
5?
I got the symbol right here on my share screen. It's the all the way on the left, the black
I
one.
got you.
This is the new Black Mirror, but it's beyond the sea. In the beyond, it's the Biden symbol for Pluto, for Hades, for the underworld. Um, yeah,
And
right here.
came out on June 15th. Tomorrow, guys, is 616. That's the day Rihanna was on the red horse on the cover of Vogue, the red horse of death. And it's also the day that I was thinking, whose baby, or not Rihanna,
Yeah,
Beyonce.
no, you're right. Rihanna's
No,
baby to be
Beyonce
born.
was on the cover of Vogue that day, but
Oh, okay.
but I was thinking Rihanna because I said maybe her baby would be born on 616, and Donut said what, the 24th?
Yeah, so I think the
You said 2
24th.
days.
Yeah, I think it's connected to the UFOs, but the 616 it could be tomorrow as well, which seems like it really could be because look, the 12th was Grimace's birthday, that purple people eater McDonald's character. And even the purple people eater had the one eye symbolism. And his birthday was the 12th. Trump was arrested on the 13th. Trump and Grimace are best friends to take over New York. I can show that right here. Dang it, I don't have it up. But there's an old commercial of Trump and Grimace taking over New York, and it's really funny. Then it was Trump's birthday after he was arrested, and now it's today. It's the Black Mirror. Black Mirror. So tomorrow, I mean, it goes along perfectly with the simulacrum of Hollywood.
And 616 is the original number of the beast in Papyrus 115. They discovered this in the oldest text of Revelations, the New Testament, in 2017. Did you know that, Brandon?
I did. Yes.
Yeah, so like the 666 is the breakdown for carbon and melanin. It's our car. Everybody has 666 in them. You know what I'm saying? So they trick us to look at. Now they've put evil energy into the 666. So they took it and inverted it and attached evil energy to it. That's what they do. Anything sacred and holy, they invert it. We live in a reality of dualism and inversion. Now, Brandon, could you talk a little bit about what these alleged aliens are and the Stargate technology connected to Nimrod?
Sure. If I could just tap a little bit into the pineal gland, because you guys were going on about some stuff, but I'll just tap it into Nimrod's son, Tammuz. So, like all gods of the underworld, Cernunnos, which is where we get CERN from, you look at that sigil, you unravel it, it's all 666. Osiris, who's another one of the underworld? Drawing a blank. But anyways, even the fact that where CERN is built is on the Apollo worship site, and any sun god equivalent connects to Tammuz. Now, Tammuz's symbol is the eyes or vision, the pineal gland, which is like you were saying, it's in all of us, but we don't realize how to activate it unless we activate the Holy Spirit. What these guys are trying to do is become divine man or divine kings. And I stumbled on this today when you were talking about.
Is also the cross too. That's where the cross comes from.
Yes, so that's what I was telling everybody. It's just like when you watch Chronicles of Narnia, and Aslan says the line to the witch, "I was there when it was written." Is that the symbolism of that's a sacrifice? That's an altar. He's like, you know what? I'm going to put my son on your own altar, the thing that you guys built. And I'm going to be basically saying, you know what? I'm unraveling everything that you're doing. Even, I'm just going to call it achrome because I don't know if you get censored for that one. But I think that would connect to the child sacrifice that goes on. And what I think occurred was they're saying, hey, Nimrod's dead, but to keep his life going in the afterlife, stuff like that, give us your kid. If you sacrifice your kid, you're going to be giving him longevity in the afterlife as well. If you take it, you'll have a youthful complexion even now. And then you go to the story of Abraham and Isaac. There's a reason why he was saying, are you willing to go to that extent of sacrificing your kid for me? But what I was studying on with women in the Bible, and I was sending this to a follower when we were talking, and it says, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Now, when David took out Goliath, where did he strike? Right in the pineal gland, right when he was mocking God. The seed of the Nephilim, aka aliens, and Anunnaki and Anuki, that where was Christ crucified? Golgotha, which is supposed to be the place of the skull, and it's alleged that that's where David actually put Goliath's skull. So that whole verse got fulfilled by Christ when he was crucified on the cross, because his heel was literally right where Goliath's head was roughly buried.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's where they say we get the word hell from heel and heaven from head. Did you ever hear that?
Yes, I have.
Very
but to tap into the Babel, what the significance of like even where we build church buildings, that comes from the pagan practice, and I've traced this all the way back to Babel. That comes from the pagan practice of building a temple atop of where a fallen hero and or saint, aka, was buried. Oh, Dispatar, that was the other god of the underworld, and that's where we get Saint Peter from. I did a post on that. But yeah, where you build that, why did they do it? They did it so that they could consult the spirit or the energy of the person that was buried there. And we get that, I think it's Deuteronomy or Leviticus, where God was condemning the idea of consulting spirits from the other side, where we get our root word religion from. Religion, R-E-L-I, is rely on, and jinn comes from G-I-O-N, is put from jinn, J-I-N-N, which is the spirit of the giants that were slain, or the watchers. It says in Enoch that when the giants were slain, they couldn't go to heaven. They couldn't go to Tartarus. They were going to be forced to forever roam the earth as dark spirits. So that's where we get the demons, or daemon, which is the original Greek, which means spirit entity. So when you're going into church buildings or calling it God's house, it's like, no, you're not consulting heavenly spirits. That's supposed to be greater is he that is within you, a temple that's within you. The fact that Nimrod built the Tower of Babel where he did, he built it over the fallen watcher's prison, or as close as he could approximate that. And it was alleged, I think 8,000 something feet in the book of Jashur was how tall the Tower of Babel was. And it was originally in Sumerian Akkadian. Babel translates into portal of the gods. When you go back to the book of giants, they said that their hope was going to have to be in Gilgamesh. Now, considering we figured out that Gilgamesh connects to Nimrod, because Gilgamesh translates into archer, is that either this is a messianic figure that the giants are having faith in the future, because this is supposed to be Noah's grandson, or there's a time traveling issue going on here. Because when you read the book of Epic of Gilgamesh, it states that he survived the flood somehow. And somehow these characters were having faith that in the future, Nimrod or his seed were going to reverse everything, which is what we're seeing now with the elites doing, is they're trying to resurrect these guys after the river Euphrates dries up.
Yeah, I agree. And in the comments, a lot of people keep talking about the phone booth, this phone booth, which is connected to the portals and the symbolism. And guys, Donut was the first person I ever heard decode the phone booth. And do you still have that video on your Patreon? No audio, Donut.
Yeah, I'll bring that up. Yeah, the phone booth is very interesting. It's connected to time travel. The phones, the bells goes into trolls as well. So it goes even deeper. From my understanding, they were communicating with um, spirits. That's what they were. That's what they believed when they developed this technology. And all the people that developed the technology we have today with telephones and all this were convinced that this is how you speak with the spirit realm, through the white noise. And we see it in Hollywood films. Bill and Ted, excellent adventure. They're traveling through the telephone booth. And then there's that movie, Phone, Dark Phone or something like that.
Oh yeah. You told me.
Doctor Who.
There's Doctor Who, but there was also another film where
Dark
the guy
Phone
was,
has the balloon in it too, doesn't it?
yeah, how's the balloons in it, and the kids speaking to ghosts through the telephone. And yeah, it's very interesting. I'll see if I could pull that up. But we are coming up on the summer solstice, and speaking about how temples are built, the ancient temples were built facing the northeast for the summer solstice. The whole design of a ancient architecture is for what's coming up, June 21st, the summer solstice, which is where Burning Man originally came from. The event that they all the elites go to, Rothschilds go to it, Google executives to have shamanic experiences through religion, their religion.
Yeah. And yes, Superman was a alien. I see little Truth Seeker. He's not mad at me today. Shout out to little Truth Seeker in there. Sometimes he's mad at me, sometimes he's not. So hey, listen, bro, I got nothing but love for you. Keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? That's all we are here to do, is spread information, not attack each other. It's not worth it, honestly. But yeah, man, that phone booth connection with the portals, it blows my mind, and the whole paranormal thing with ghosts and all that. And then you have the balloon symbol. We see the balloon symbol in the movie It, with the children and the harvesting of their energy. And the balloon symbol was in that one decode me and you did, Donut. Damn it. Of what was that name of that girl singer? They had the balloons by the bridge.
Yeah, Avril, the Vril alien, the
Oh,
Avril
yeah.
Lavigne, who was a clone. Mainstream news.
Wow. Yep. Avril Lavigne. That is. Yeah, and bro, if you go back and look at the Avril Lavigne decode, me and Donut did on TommyTruthful.com, we talk about aliens in it. Don't and remember, I said, Donut, do you think I'm reaching with this alien shit? But that's what was coded in the gematria.
Yeah, so it's not like we're even predicting anything. We're reading the script.
Yep. We're reading the script. That's
I'm still looking for the phone thing. Once I find it, I'll upload
rapper NF had balloons too. I don't even know. NF, he's one of them. The one, he kind of sings slow music, right?
No, he's pretty fast. He's a rapper. NF.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't listen to too much of this modern day shit.
Same.
I can't deal with it.
Even with movies, I watch all the old stuff these days.
Remember that song, 99 Red Balloons?
Yeah.
I wonder what that's really about. And the Black Phone movie, that's the one Donut's talking about, Will.
Yeah, I did this years ago, so it's taken me a while to dig it up.
The phone booth one?
Yeah. Oh, I did one called Phantom Telephones 2 years ago. I found I'm looking for it. I kind of found where it was. I could take some screenshots of it. See if I can upload it. If I can upload it, that'd be sick. Yeah, the Terminator. They're in the phone booth when. Yeah, let me see if there's a way I can grab this.
Fool Society. Someone in the comments connected it. And that's what it gets into, Scott. The Vril, the Thule, these interdimensional damn entities they call reptinoids. I think they're demons.
Yes.
So the video, I got to plug in a hard drive, but I have writings for this so I can just go off a little bit of the writings.
You want me to share your screen, or you already got it up there?
Yeah, you know what? I should find this. It's not going to give it justice.
Go ahead and find it. And what I'll do while you're finding it, I'm about to pull up because I haven't seen that Avril Lavigne. I want to see what the hell we was talking about on there. Real quick.
It was pretty evident that she's part of the UFO agenda. She was working with Travis Barker, connected to the Kardashians. Travis Barker in Blink 182, July 2nd, 7/2, the UFO day. Leaves 182 days left into the year. She's on a checkerboard holding the balloons.
And holy shit. We did this on November 4th. There's that 114 connection, and that's when it was trending that day.
Interesting.
Yeah, the 114, which is connected to the aliens. Avril Lavigne has that 96, which the Queen died at 96. November 7 is 96 too. And the Queen just died at 96, Operation London Bridge. November 7, 11/7/2022, which equals 60. Watch out for the staged rituals. I can't even remember back that far what happened that day.
Yeah, and on top of the telephone.
This is where it gets into the orange code. So orange, you have different, depending on what cipher you're using. Orange can equal 33, but in English ordinal, it equals 60, right? And that is a warning. It's connected to the amber months of orange: September, October, November, December. And this is where we get the whole 7-11. So Cali splits the year halfway along the Libra equinox point on 7-11, 7 being September, the beginning of autumn, the fall. Libra means to separate or liberate one's head from their body. So the whole decapitation shit as we're getting ready to go into FEMA camps. And if you remember that year, there was the teacher in Paris that got her head cut off. There was all these people that kept getting decapitated, right?
Yeah, and like the I don't even want to say the word really, but I guess it could. The ISIS stuff, they're wearing orange, getting their head cut off.
Yep. Yeah. The orange code.
Yeah, that Ember connection, I never knew that, and so that blew me away. The orange code, that was dope.
And here's what brother Brandon's talking about with MAGA being the high. Guys, listen, I respect your right to vote for Trump. Listen, if I had to pick out a Trump and Biden, I would pick Trump because he makes me laugh, but he's probably going to cut our heads off. But you know what I'm saying? He's not good. I'm sorry. I wish he was. I'm a diehard pro-life conservative, but he's just not what it is, guys. I'm sorry. Church of Satan is 56. Matching Satan occurs 56 times in the King James Bible. And Ouija equals 56. What are they contacting with the Ouija board of Satan?
And again, it's with an I. Every time they go for a letter, it goes to the Tammuz and the all-seeing eye. Again, that's what it all comes down to.
I also got the I got that video ready too.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Here's the checkerboard floor Donut was talking about with her.
Yeah,
which in Freemasonry we see the checkered board floor all the time. You know, I want to just see one. This gets into the checkerboard and the duality of it, the yin and the yang,
the Templar colors. Yeah,
at 24 seconds in is where they show that, which aliens in reduction is 24, and 24. The number 24 is the Omega code.
Right. It's X. It's the 24th letter is X.
Bro, what if the whole Omega event is connected to the alien invasion?
Probably Omega Man. The video all the way to the right. It's the one all the way to the right.
What up? It's dope.
So this was on my Patreon. This goes into the telephone booths. The beginning of it, I'm not going to play because I talk about payphones, how many germs were there, right? So we were getting used to quarters, germs, and all that. And it was just a dirty device. And so we all had our own cell phones because hands are the most dirty things.
Look at that phone number. 323-734-8080.
Yes. I mean, you have Fight Club. So I was just connecting in the beginning how dirty phones were. Now we're more of a, like, it's cleaner now. So did that hurt our immune system at all? So
Yes.
that's kind of what I got into. I don't really want to get into that. But in the television shows, it shows us it is a portal. This is a Doctor Who, I believe. Even in Fight Club, he's talking on the phone. Oh, funny. There's a 6ix9ine in there.
Yeah.
I 6ix9ed you. But right here in the movie, it shows that there's no calls that can come in. So they like show you in the movie what's going to happen before the portals in the phone. Here's Bill and Ted, Terminator, Stranger Things. There was a phone too. She was on the phone and she could hear like her son and noises. Even in that Alien film that you told me to watch, I forget what it was called, but
Who I told you, brother?
It was so good. But there was a bunny connection to that where they were going in the fridge. So this is
which one did I have you watch?
I forget what it was called, but it was by A23 Films. It was really good, where the little boy gets abducted by the alien.
Oh,
like in the kitchen, they're building all the weird stuff the aliens are.
Oh my God, why can't I remember the name of that?
And they blame it on a large bunny in the beginning. So
Dark Skies or something, right?
Dark Skies, yes. So a ghost call or a phantom call we get with our cell phones today, where you think it's ringing in your pocket, but it's not. Like you feel your leg vibrating. So that's called a ghost call or a phantom call. Phantom vibrations.
I get
So
that all the time, dude. All the time.
Yes. And there's phantom smells as well. We were talking about the sulfur, the northern lights, and they use these EMF frequencies to find ghosts, going ghost hunting.
Ain't that interesting that they give off some type of a EMF signature? But well, it makes sense, don't it? Everything's energy, electricity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And
Energy
here's an old photographer who would take photos of ghosts. So like this has been around for a long time, using technology to communicate with the spirit realm. Even electronic voice phenomenon, hearing ghost voices. This is all research. The movie The Ring.
Oh, that was scary.
The demon, comes out of that. And this is what's interesting here. Let me just play a clip so I can show that this video has quality to it. Via the VHS tape. Even Thomas Edison believed that you could contact the dead through these recording devices. Frederick Jurgensen cassette recorder in the 1900s had radio contact with the dead. Is the payphone and other wireless communications a tool for the spirit realm? So it was a cool video. I had fun with it.
Well, the internet, there's a lot of studies that with the internet, well, we know it was created by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN, which is another portal connection. And they said the original internet, like before it turned into what it is now, they were trying to contact the dead. Something like that, which blows my mind.
And then you got ET phone home, and then you got this L right here, tel. Got the EL in there.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's all encoded.
Yeah, I was looking at the ET phone home device, what they use to communicate with it.
Right.
And it says speak spells on it. So I think that's kind of funny.
Where'd you find that at?
Here, I'll let me see if I could. Yeah, let me see if I could add it to the stream real quick.
Yeah, in my gematria and numerology class, there's it even has a color code. It breaks down like orange and all the color codes the Illuminati use, and then it even gets into words because that's part of gematria, words and spell casting. There's a video in there breaking all that down, how it's connected to spell casting these words. So
I got it up there on the left.
do you, brother?
Yeah, on the screen share. So I was looking at this. I didn't know
What
maybe if
the
you found.
hell is this unit?
This is how they phoned home. An
That
ET
is,
phoned home.
look what it says. Speak spell. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
You
it
see
all
that,
it
Brandon?
all goes into a religion.
Up at the top on that little red and yellow thing with the blue. Speak spell, and then it has some blade as like a record player looking thing. That's freaking nuts.
Yeah,
Was
everything is nuts.
that in the movie E.T.?
Yeah, and ET is the cover of it. They're doing the Da Vinci God hand with the fingers, so it just shows. And this came out in the 90s, right after, like, in ET first. There's a bunny when the UFO shows up, and this whole 90s release of alien movies, from Men in Black, Independence Day,
Close Encounters,
X-Files, all was released right after the Rockefeller Initiative with the Clintons. So if any researchers are not talking about the Rockefeller Initiative, then they are sus. And I'm not talking about just like YouTubers that don't know about it, because I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it until like 6 months ago or something. I'm talking about the big guys that are on Fox News and Joe Rogan saying that they are telling the truth.
Well, Joe Rogan is never gonna, look, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. Yeah, man. I love Joe's podcast. I used to watch it when it was organic back in the day, way back in the day. Yep. But now it's like, you can tell it's controlled, and they're smart how they do it. Just like with other people, a good gatekeeper will tell 99% of the truth and mix a little percentage of lie in with it, just to sow the disinformation. But you would have to be crazy not to realize Joe's a gatekeeper. I mean, come on, this dude got signed for $300 million to do a podcast.
Just noting the symbolism on this thing with the hanger, and a blade saw. Is there anything gematria-wise that connects with all those?
I didn't look, but I would like to look at that speak spell. And that's crazy they named that speak spell. And you're thinking talk and spell, but I guarantee there's something there. Speak, spell. Oh my God. Oh, I got to show this.
Yeah, there's something going on here.
Oh my God. Look at this slick shit. Hold on, Donut. Let me show this real quick, brother. Entire screen. Boom, boom. Let me go over here. Before, or was I just at? Boom, gematria. Okay, right here. Speak spell is 116, guys. Now, why does that matter? Okay. What did we just go over when Donut said, I can't believe you had that queued up? What was we talking about? Crowley, remember?
Yeah, Ogode.
The 116. Yep, Babylon and Ogdode is 116. And Crowley died 116 days after the Roswell event. See what I'm saying? That 116 connection to speak spell 116. So it's all connected to that same interdimensional entities, the Ogdode, the 8 creator deities. You flip it upside down, it's 9/11. And guys, make sure you come over here and support my brother Donut. He has he's the only one that I love his Patreon. He has some amazing content over here. He puts a lot of time and hard work into it. You get a lot of really cool information. So I just wanted
I could play a clip of a Patreon documentary I just released on the aliens and the cow mutilations.
Yeah, do that.
It's I'll just play a little clip of it. It's fantastic. It's the video on the very far right.
Right. Oh, right here.
What up? It's
Yeah.
Donut.
So this is about the Illuminati cows and the UFOs.
And you tuning into all your Illuminati news. We got some groundbreaking information on the Illuminati animals. We've talked about the Illuminati dolphins and its connection.
So like the dolphins, they were communicating with dolphins. That goes deep down a rabbit hole we already went into. But this one, I'm going over the cows and how it's connected to a religion, and it's a Masonic connection. So like like MTV first, it's the Moon Man, right? But Polaris, that pyramid, the eye, right here in Independence Day,
Pointed star.
it's the
That's
eight-pointed star.
Stargate,
Yeah, which
Yep.
happened on
Yep.
July 2nd.
which is on the top of Mount Haran, guys, where the 200 fallen angels descended to Mount Haran on top of the UN building up there. There's a giant 8-pointed star. This
Yep.
8-pointed star, CERN has the 8 bars going around it. The Vatican has the 8 spokes on the wheel. Nibiru is not a planet, it's a dimension X, that they are opening up with ancient Stargate technology. That's what the Tower of Babel was. So very interesting.
I just looked up the meaning of suitcase in dreams, and it means something that's always present with you in the past. So the fact that
Can you tell us a little bit, Brandon, about the 8-pointed star in Nimrod and Mount Haram?
Do you have your UN photo that you could put up?
you could probably find it. Wouldn't know how to connect that to here.
Oh, it's on your Instagram?
Yeah, look up the 9/11 one. I just
pull
did
it up.
recently. 9/11, that was 33 years after it was constructed that they took it down.
Yep, 1968, the same year George Bush graduated Skull and Bones. They started building the World Trade Center, made 9/11 the emergency code, coined the word Corona that year, and then 33 years later, he's the president, and they bring them towers to the ground. I mean,
Yep.
Come on, dude.
I just sent you the post, Tommy, if you want to bring it up.
Okay, that's this one. All right, let me share my screen real fast. Man, you guys got a phenomenal podcast today. Bam, right here we go, Brandon.
Yep. So I think it's the last slide, but if you want to go slowly through them, yeah, that's the brother. President Bush's brother, he ran security for the towers just prior, and he also ran security for a demolition plant. So when people are saying it wasn't a controlled demolition, it's just kind of odd that the president's brother had connections to both of those claims.
Yeah, and this is a perfect example of manifestation magic and chaos magic. They manifested this event to happen, and like we just said, it started 33 years prior. You know, that year the Jets won the Super Bowl. That was the first official Super Bowl, and they won 16-7. I believe they were playing Baltimore. 6 + 1 is 7, and so 33 years later, on 9/11, Flight 77 hit the 77-foot-tall Pentagon on the 77th meridian, 77 minutes after takeoff, traveling 777 minutes per second. I mean, come on. Yeah. That's all in my brain. I can't believe I got all that shit.
Spirit leads you, brother.
But this was a ritual to open a portal to release the 72 demons of the Ars Goethe. And when they destroyed that sigil, that magic sigil, which was the Twin Towers, which is the Pillars of Solomon, which represents the silver gates of man. This is the gates of reincarnation.
That's in the next slide. Yep.
You know, that's what they destroyed. Yep. And the Golden Gate Bridge represents the gate of the gods, the gate the Messiah is going to come back through. So they will destroy that to collapse the currency. The bridge goes over the current, current banks. It's all connected to water, this water ritual. And that represents the coming of the Antichrist. So they will, and then we also have the Golden Gate Bridge, or the Golden Gates in Jerusalem. So this gate of the gods, look it up, the Golden Gates and the Silver Gates. 9/11 represented the Silver Gates and the 13 first colonies. That 13 number, the 13 is heavily connected to the Knights Templar,
And
who were.
Silvergate just collapsed, the bank, right?
Wow, I forgot about that. Good catch, Donut.
Yeah.
And
Silvergate.
even the image on the left, I've connected. If you could zoom in on the blue, I'm not sure if you're able to do that with this, but if not, but there's a woman sitting at the top. There's a younger man standing in the center with an anchor in his hand, and at the bottom you have a man pointing up at the moon. Now I've connected all this to be Semiramis, Tammuz, and on the bottom that'd be Nimrod. He's pointing at the moon, which is supposed to represent the Queen of the Heavens, which is Astaroth or Semiramis, who's accredited to the pentagram. She is sitting right underneath the sun, which could represent both Nimrod and Tammuz, because the dual-gendered, what do you call it? What we got for Helios, the Statue of Liberty, that's where that stems from.
Yep.
That connects to Tammuz's son, who I think they're trying to resurrect as the beast.
I believe that too.
He is standing in the middle of this ladder with an anchor, and in their symbolism, Masonic symbolism, that stands for hope, for whom they place their hope in.
Is that a key that's hanging right there?
Yes, sir.
I see that key opening the gateways, opening the portals with that. And this girl, hey, just FYI, this girl right here, she's one of my subscribers. She's a sweetheart.
Oh, yes, she is. She's commented very nice stuff. I'm like, finally, somebody that's nice.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I connected all those people. Sorry.
The one thing about mine and Donuts followers, they are some of the most amazing people, and they support everything we do, follow all of our pages. We're very blessed and lucky when it comes to that. And Brandon, that's why I started the whole Truth Mafia thing, which I told you I'm going to put you a channel up here, brother. So you can do your blogs and whatever you want to do. But I think this was the best idea me and Donut ever came up with. And guys, the link to this video is down in the description. Whistleblower claims advanced technology in Antarctica can cause earthquakes. You gotta watch this video. It'll blow your mind. I made that thumbnail to look like the entities were under the ice. And then the WEF orders governments to ban the Bible and issue fact-check version without God. And they're using AI to rewrite the Bible, guys.
Did you hear in Germany they just had an AI preach a sermon?
I know, but that sounds nuts. Now, this is interesting that you had this because they were doing some type of ritual right here. Look at that shit. They're making
the Illuminati eye, yeah.
And that connects to Tammuz, or the all-seeing eye of Horus.
This guy's down on one knee. I mean, it looks like they're all dressed in black. Probably some damn witchcraft shit going on there.
Yep.
The synchronicity is fantastic because we opened the story up with the 4 eyes, and I was trying to connect it with portals, and I didn't know what the 4 eyes symbolized. I even text Tommy, but how you're connecting the eye to Tammuz.
Yes.
Now we are actually in the month of Tammuz right now, the 4th month. So there's the 4 again, right? The 4th month, which is June, which is Grimace's birthday, June 12th, through June and July. So that 4 is the portal.
Yep.
Yes. Showing the 4 corners and all that. Very amazing connection. That's why I love podcasting, because it just
cross. Yep.
Yeah, because we figure things like me and Donut, we'll call each other if he's working on something and gets stumped. He'll hit me up, and then I'll either know it or look it up with him and help him find it. And he does the same for me. So this symbol right here on the top of Mount Haran on that 33rd parallel, which if you haven't watched my video I did on Stardust Ranch on the 33rd parallel, watch it. I show this clip in it. And that's the 8-pointed star of Anana, which let me show you guys this real quick. This hold on, let me pull it up right here. Tommy Truthful.
Again, that's another name for what's her face? Virgin Mary, Semiramis, Nimrod's wife.
Yeah. This is the month of Baal's wife right now. June, she's the goddess of pride. And she says,
Libertas, yes.
she says, I turn men into, you know what, and women into, you know what I'm saying? That's what she says. I'm not gonna finish that because I don't want to get in trouble. But you just type in the star over here, and you see Little Nas X, that X again, and they killed DMX on his birthday, and Prince Philip, whose coat of arms was an X. He has the 8-pointed star tattooed on his chest. Okay, and this goes back to Babylon. The Order of the Dragon, Vlad the Impaler. It's Anana's name in cuneiform represents that 8. Here's the 8 bars on CERN, the 8 spokes on the wheel. It's all connected to ancient Stargate. The 8-pointed star is a symbol that is deeply connected to hidden agendas of the elites. It's not just a random symbol that they use for decoration. The 8 points represent the 8 dimensions of space and time that exist within this, frequency. And Nibiru is the key to unlocking them. The elites know that Nibiru is not a planet, but rather a portal to another dimension. Why we see 2 suns right now? Because the organic sun is a portal to heaven. It's a portal you go through to the higher realms. And as they're opening Dimension X, we're seeing the pink sun, this other sun. It's just a portal. And CERN, the Vatican, and other powerful organizations use the 8-pointed star as a symbol of their allegiance to the hidden agenda. CERN uses the 8 bars as a clear indication that they are trying to harness the power of Nibiru and open the portal to other dimensions. The Vatican use of the 8 spokes on the wheel is also significant as it represents their knowledge of the true nature of Nibiru and their desire to use it to gain power and control. Gematria is also used by the elites to communicate, like Dono was talking about, the secret language of numbers and symbols. Gematria is a system of assigning a numerical value to a letter, word, and phrase. The elites use gematria to encode their message and communicate with one another. Now, in my gematria class, guys, we get into the number 4. That will blow your mind. You'll see all the connections to the number 4, the 4 corners, the portal, tetraphobia, the fear of the number 4, how it's connected to death. And I also cover the good aspects of numerology too. But the 8-pointed star, guys, equals 888 in the satanic cipher, matching CERN particle physics, not physics, physic 888, Architects of Society 888, the Synagogue of Satan, and the Rosicrucian Order, the rose symbol. Now, 888, the number 888 is actually a significant number within the occult and is often associated with the Antichrist and Jupiter. This is because 8 plus 8 plus 8 adds up to 24, which is known as the Omega number, matching that aliens in the 24 code. Jupiter symbol is 24. So it kind of suggests Jupiter, like Saturn, has some control over time. Additionally, the fact that 888 is made up of the 3 8s is significant, as the number 8 is associated with the concept of infinity and represents the concept of eternal life and immortality, the life, death, rebirth process that the elites are doing. You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, the fact that number 888 is associated with both the Vatican and CERN is no coincidence. The Vatican has long been associated with occult practices and is believed to have a secret knowledge about the nature of this. I hate calling it a universe because people get mad at me, but this simulation that we're in and the true origins of humanity. CERN, on the other hand, is believed to be involved in the creation of a new world and is thought to be using its experiments to create portals to other dimensions. And they show us this portal symbolism over and over and over again in movies like The Avengers, Smurfs, Justice League, you know, and this is really interesting. Let me take a drink. I didn't make this. Someone else did,
Mm-hmm.
but CERN is named after CERN. I made all
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm just talking about
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
CERN is named after Cernunnos, the Celtic lord of hell. And CERN's headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, is a statue of Shiva doing the cosmic dance of destruction. Shiva is the Hindu avatar that parallels Nimrod, who built the Tower of Babel. CERN's Hadron Collider rings mirror the spirals of Saturn. In the occult, Saturn is the dark sun and the prison dimension of the fallen angels.
Mm-hmm.
The secret mission of CERN is to unleash Apollyon and the dark angels from the abyss and to create a stairway to heaven to make war with God. And that's why it's built on the Temple of Apollo. And
Hold
then,
on, when you just said Stairway of Heaven, to throw back to Crowley, he recorded it at Crowley's location. When you play it backwards, it's a praise song to Satan. And yes, you can YouTube it. So if people
wow,
want to do that, yeah.
that's freaking crazy. What do they call that donut? Backmasking? Where
Oh,
you,
where they play something backwards. Yeah, it's very important to the Satanist, the backmasking. So they say something like "yoy cuff" or something like that, right? You play that backwards, it's "f you," you know. But yeah, the Ariana Grande does the backmasking a lot. So that is a big Aleister Crowley thing.
yeah, it's another form of inversion and spell casting.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, this is what you would see in the sky, this cosmic mountain with this 8-pointed star. They said the ancients said it would open up, guys, and freaking entities would come through it. So they're not coming from other planets; they're coming interdimensionally. In CERN, they're trying to make this happen. They want this to happen because they've been promised life extension technology. They've been in contact with these entities going back to John D. and Michael. I can't pronounce his name right. Donut Michael
Syrian.
Caesarian. Shout out to Michael Caesarian. Me and Donut are huge fans of you. But he breaks it down so amazingly how John D was in contact with these entities. And John D was the one working for the queen back then, her occultist. And they told him the key to life extension technology is silicone. And at the time, John D's like, what the hell is silicone? You know, this is way back in the day. But now you fast forward to the whole transhumanist movement and them merging with machine, mixing the iron and clay, third strand DNA. That's what it's connected to. But one last point on this. Interestingly, the Saturn, Venus, Mars alignment also corresponds to the Freemasonic square and compass. And to my flat Earth people, I know what you're thinking. What Mars, Saturn, and Venus? Well, they're other dimensions. They're trying to connect these other dimensions throughout the multiverse, and this alignment gives them a straight connection to the realm of the fallen.
What
This
they,
is how.
which they were known as was originally the Watchers, but in Jewish lore they also were called Star Walkers. So this is where we get Luke Skywalker from. That was supposed to be the original name for him.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. And it's all in this blog, guys. There's so many references to these interdimensional portals and gateways. Now, I haven't been putting a lot of new stuff up over here because I'm actually rerouting this domain name. All my blogs, all my videos will be rerouted to truthmafia.com. And make sure, guys, you leave comments over here because I answer them in real time. Like Mark Johnson, let's fight this Luciferian agenda together, brothers and sisters. Amen to that. But yeah, it's just a good way that we can all work together and stay in touch with each other. And then, for my other people, over here, my son created Truth Book. So this is more of our social media platform, right? If you go to the group list, we have all these different groups. This is the diamond group. You get membership to that. with the one-time fee of $26. And then when me and Donut do our private members only videos, that'll go in there and up on Donut's Patreon. If you would rather support it on Donut's Patreon, that's okay. Either way, you're supporting us. So I appreciate it on either form. But my son started Truth Book, and in one day, he has 1,286 members on it, which caught up with the Truthful TV. These two are free, and this is a VIP group, and this one, then there's some hidden ones too. You got to be members of.
I got a video on my Patreon that I just pulled up with the back masking.
Did you?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like to share it. I'm
going to share it right now. I just want to show them the formatted Truth Book real fast. So look, guys, it's just like a Facebook. You have your own little page, right? People can follow you. You get different badges depending. See, we shared this in here, and then we started a discussion. How many believe this footage from Las Vegas? 90% don't believe that shit. 2% believe it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool. There's Cosmic Gumdrop. She's in the comments right now. She just earned her level 1 badge. See how that works? She's got 8 followers, 7 following. So she has her own little area. It's laid out.
That's a dope name too, Cosmic Gumdrops.
Yeah, that is kind of fire. But it's laid out just like freaking Facebook. Genius.
Tommy, I just sent you a post that I did on John D, and it connects to the symbolism of the star and pentagram. If you want to pull that up real quick.
Yes, sir. I'll do that right now.
He was known originally as the original 007. So, or even our James Bond has connections to Crowley's librarian mentor, you might say, of the occult. And the two things that the fallen watchers were saying to him is their 2 requests were for blood and that all the world religions become one so that they can spur on the apocalypse.
Did you send it to my DM?
Yeah, that's right there. That's right there. Yeah.
All right, hold on, let me zoom out because this shit looks crazy close.
And it goes into the penguin as well, a little bit. The tuxedo. That's what Ani was breaking down. And 007 is the Facebook logo. It's the 2-ball cane.
This is our little group on there, Truth Mafia.
And also the 2-ball cane you can see on the TJ Maxx logo. So you got the 007 on the the 2-ball cane plus the double cross of Lorraine as well on the TJ Maxx.
All right, let's see.
Go back. Second slide. The second slide you were on it. Those are John G's sketches, but you see the pentagram is in the center. It's like an eye in the very center, which is supposed to be Tammuz, the sun. Pentagram connects to Semiramis, and then you have the hexagram star of Remphan of Nimrod. And the one on the left is made of honey. He waxed it. This one has all the stars that we were talking about earlier, the cross stars, the Masonic stars that Donut was speaking about. And then I zoomed in on some of the names, and they're all demonic fallen angels.
Wow. Sigils.
Yes, exactly. And this is the stuff they're doing with CERN.
These That's crazy.
Again, that's the portal aspect.
What's this say?
Enochian magic. This is just explaining how he had his connection with this. Again, there's the Dark Enoch, which is of Cain's line, and there's the Enoch that went up and ascended with God that was Noah's grandfather. 2 different guys. But the original Enoch is supposed to be the symbolist bad guy of the other side. He had the Brotherhood of the Snakes.
You know, a lot of people don't know that there was 2 Enochs.
Big difference.
Right. So one is evil.
And Enochian magic is what they call this practice.
John D was heavily involved in Enochian magic, and that Enochian magic also is a form of sigil magic, because that's what they are. They're sigils that hold a specific energy to a specific fallen angel that you are summoning when you put that sigil in your circle. You better have a protection circle if you're playing with that shit, because these entities will possess you.
Did you get the other photo I sent you, Tommy?
Which one was that, brother?
I might have sent it in the group chat on accident. The
Send
AI one. I just sent it right here. Should be But when you're talking about it's living for eternity, what was the first thing the serpent said? You shall be as gods.
Yep.
I think it's Revelation 9:20 when it talks about the locusts that come out with the faces of men or whatever, and that people won't be able to kill themselves. Why? Because you're connected to the grid. They won't let you. You wanted to live for eternity. You signed a contract.
Yep. And think of Genesis 3:22. So they want to add 3 strands of 22 to our 44 base pairs of DNA. And Genesis 3:22 talks about when men become like one of us and take from the tree of life and live as gods forever. Now, when Queen Elizabeth, before she died, she went in front of that pink ball and touched it, and all the DNA lit up, the 3 strands of pink DNA. This is mixing the iron and clay. All right. So what they're doing, and okay, first case of Rona was on the 18th of November in 2019 in Wuhan. That's the 322nd day of the year. They had the first 322 cases on Channel 10 News. And it's adding the 3 strands, the 44 base pairs in the human DNA. They want to add 22 more base pairs, which the elites, that 22 plus 22 plus 22, which is the triple helix, which equals 66. In the 66th book of the Bible, they talk about the mark of the beast. And black goo and corona is 66. It's all connected to 3rd strand DNA.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, look at the archons, bro. Y'all the Bayoff?
Yep.
It was all DNA shit. You know what I'm saying? They've been planning this for a long time.
Even with the dollar sign, that connects to Hermes, and Hermes is another one that I discovered connects to Nimrod's son Tammuz, or the go between the gods. And while that we give it the depiction that they go up and down, it's actually no, he's going down below. And if he's supposed to be the Antichrist, when you watch the movie Expendables 2, Jean-Claude Van Damme's character, he pulls down his little jacket thing from his neck, and he goes, the goat, the pet of Satan. He doesn't say it's Satan. He calls it the pet. And I have a whole thing where I've connected Baphomet to Nimrod's son, Tammuz.
Yeah,
and Krampus, it's all him.
That X symbolism that Donut was talking about in 2017, guys, that eclipse that went over America. Remember I told you, Donut, it was in the shape of what, Donut?
Yes, and this is going to happen again this
an egg. Remember, brother? It was in the shape of an egg.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the egg.
Oh,
the egg. So it all goes back to the egg, which is connected to the Ogdode, the 8 primordial deities. They're fallen angels, but they say them are the creators. And that twin eclipse,
Easter.
Yeah, this makes an X over the New Madrid fault line. And when did the what go live? The V word. Well, it went live on December 14th during the Corona eclipse in Argentina, which was the halfway point. December 14th of 2020 was the 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days from the August 21st eclipse, and the same amount of time to the next one. And everywhere the path of totality touched, we had rituals, just like we're starting to now with this upcoming one on 4/8 of 2024.
Is that Easter?
Yeah, 4/8 of 2024, which guess what 48 is, bro? Sir Nunos.
Which I'm asking because even Ash Wednesday, that connects to Tammuz, and the reason you do 40 days and you eat pig is because Tammuz was killed by a wild boar, and the reason you put a T shape on your head, he was killed at the age of 40. That's why you do it for 40 days. So that's why I was connecting that. That's crazy.
40 is the number 4, that number with death. And Tammuz, look how he was born, bro. Literally, Nimrod banged his mother, Queen Samaya.
Yeah, I was looking at that pictures. I went on the Wikipedia, and there's this graphic doggy style picture. I swear, bro. I swear. It's if you just look up Tammuz, but it's Dumuzid. If you look up Dumuzid,
Dumuzid. That's another name for him. Yeah, you're correct.
If you look up Dumuzid, Dumuzid, like it is graphic. I don't even think you could show this. It's like it's a doggy
How do
style.
I spell it?
I'll send it in the
I
private
think it's
chat.
DUMIZID.
Mhm.
And he connects again. I did the how the Tower of Babel connects
Here
to
he is.
the
Samiri
Pentecost,
Tamuza.
and even crushing bread or something like that. That connects to Tammuz. It's supposed to be every time he crushed it, he was.
Oh
him
yeah,
dying.
they're banging. Yeah, we can show that.
I mean, what they're showing our kids in school, I'm surprised if we couldn't.
I mean, it's on Wikipedia and it's a
Well,
stunt.
Wikipedia shows a vivid imagery.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, so that's that's how they're getting down.
Yeah, I could play this clip real quick of the backmasking as well.
Yeah, let's do that, brother.
This is on my Ariana Grande. It's the video on the far right, and you can see like the voices, but this goes super deep in the music industry. Whoopsie. Let me
It's
go
not
back a
going to
little
play
bit.
the song though, is it?
No.
Because we'll get flagged.
Here's all the different hidden messages. Oh, look, book 4. That's interesting.
Wow. There's so much connection to the number 4. It's unreal.
Satanist practice also is used a lot in the music industry to promote Satan. The music industry has been doing this for decades as a black magic ritual. The backwards playing of records is recommended by Satanist Aleister Crowley. He said this in his book published in 1913, Magic. Train himself to think backwards by external means, one of which was to listen to phonograph records reversed. Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven, hidden satanic backmasking, and the guitarist Jimmy Page bought Aleister Crowley's mansion. The 1973 film The Exorcist contained a message when the tape was played backwards. The band Styx, backmasking in Kilroy was here. Novus Ordo Seclorum, which in Latin means New World Order. We see this on the $1 bill. Styx also backmasked the song Snowblind. If you play it backwards for 33 minutes, 33, another secret society number for the 33rd highest degree Mason, it says, Satan moves through our voices. Stairway to Heaven says, it's my sweet Satan, oh I will sing because I live with Satan. Highway to Hell says, I'm the law, my name is Lucifer, and she belongs in hell. Another one, Bites the Dust, says it's fun to smoke marijuana, as Freddie Mercury's favorite.
Look at that. Look at me. That's back in the day where I had long hair.
They were really trying to blur that video out. My boy Toby said, listen to John Todd for all your backmasking needs. I don't know who that is. Do you, Donut?
Yeah, John Todd.
Is he pretty decent?
That's like old school 80s.
Oh shit. But he's got some cool stuff on it.
John Todd, Lance Collins, occultist. I'm trying to remember more about John Todd.
I like some of the old school people though. They were fire.
Yes, they were fire. But that video that I was playing was Ariana Grande. That goes deep. I can't.
That was fire. That little breakdown you did right there.
Yeah, I can't. It goes even deeper, but yeah.
They're putting spells in the music.
Mm-hmm.
Is what they're doing. Let me try to find this one thing, because there's a patent number where they literally are attacking our central nervous system through the TV signals. Did y'all see that shit?
Was that the clip with the Netflix show with what's his face, Adrian Brody or somebody?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a series where they're talking to the kids and they're saying, like, how do you think we control everybody? It's through little signals in the TV and whatnot.
Well, look at Netflix. When a movie starts on Netflix, all them colors come at you. And the last color you see is the yellow. They're programming your psyche, your subconscious with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Patent. Damn, Google hides everything now. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, you can't find nothing on Google.
Why do
they browser?
It's so annoying, dude. Like, they just hide everything. Like, shit I know I used to pull up so fast. Let me put DuckDuckGo. That's annoying as hell. Bear with me, guys.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this video though that I did, Ariana Grande, I mean, it goes deep.
Do you want to
and
share something right now while I'm looking for this, Donut?
yeah, if I could share the other video that's on the left of it. This is my cow mutilation video. Now, this is an interesting character, Schmidt. This was the last guy to land on the moon. He was the last person. He took a. You can see him doing the Illuminati hand gesture in 2009. Last person to land on the moon and take the picture called the blue marble, the fake image of the Earth that everyone knows. This guy took that picture, and he's the first person to put on the cow mutilation conference connections with the CIA. Right here, investigations in cow mutilation. So this narrative that we're hearing now, here's the FBI joins investigation of animal mutilation. This is a very long time agenda being released. So what I'm trying to get at is that and the day that this happened was on 420, another occult day. Yeah.
Yes.
So
don't say the guy's name, but AH. It's his birthday that day.
it's AH birthday that day. The day right before it as well is 419, which is National Acid Day.
It's the beginning of the 13 days of preparation going into Beltane.
Yeah,
Remember?
so here's
That's the day we had the eclipse on 419, that crazy hybrid eclipse. And all the crazy shit started. And me and Donut told y'all, remember we did a video on it telling you guys there was going to be staged events, and then we had the biggest one we've ever had, which was this whole alien shit. So we were pretty spot on.
And I mean, it goes in pretty deep to the age of Aquarius. So Aquarius, the symbol for it is the waters above, the waters below. And Manly P.P. Hall did a big presentation on Carl Jung's UFOs book and his whole thing. And right here, Aquarius. So we're leaving Pisces into the age of Aquarius, supposedly. So this is the vril energy. It's not water. It looks like water, but it is water, but it's a vril energy type water. And it's all about dominating airwaves, space, right? With telephones and all this. So this is a very well thought out connection to this whole agenda of I want to believe in the aliens. I talk about it a lot, but it's
why do you think people are so quick to just believe this shit, Donut?
Because it's been a long programming. So once you're born, it's imprinted. There's a difference between brainwashing and imprinting. So if you're born, a religion is the best way to understand what imprinting is. Whatever religion you're born into worldwide, you're correct. So if you're born in Africa or Israel or wherever you're born, you're correct because of the imprinting and brainwashing. You can change that. So ever since we were born, millennials, we've been programmed and imprinted through television and movies that the aliens exist and they're up there. Don't look up; they're up there. So
don't look up. Netflix.
And there's a difference between the boomers and the millennials, because the millennials, we got to see.
Are we a millennial, me and you, Donut?
Yes.
You're a little younger than me, but
yes, we both are. And but we both, when we were younger, saw that movie Zeitgeist, right?
Yep.
That was promoted. So that just changed our thinking, rather than the boomers who never saw that at a younger age. So the thinking is different every generation.
Wow.
New
Yeah,
stuff.
that's crazy how they mold society and engineer us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, did you know that the moon landing with the clapboard that I sent into our group chat filmed on 4/1/69, April Fool's Day?
Funny. That's
No, I
great.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. 41 again.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, 41 again. There we go. With the whole
Are you
aliens.
familiar with Werner von Braun?
Huh?
The ex-Nazi Werner von Braun?
Oh, don't say the N word.
Okay.
Yeah, the Disney asset. That's what I like to call
Yeah, the
him.
Disney guy.
Disney
He
asset.
created Elon.
The German
Yes.
Paranoid American says the German army. That's what he calls them.
Yes.
It's sad
but
we got to say that, but they will take our shit down for that.
Yeah, I lost my Vimeo account.
his tombstone has the verse Psalm 19:1. If you try to look it up on NIV, it's totally changed, but the verse is, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." Now, doesn't firmament equate in Jew or Hebrew? Doesn't that equate to like a dome or solid? Firm, that's where we get the solid from. So why would the guy who's like big into the whole moon landing thing have that exact verse on his tombstone?
Right.
Yeah, the one. Now let me show this real quick, guys. You can keep
Tucker
that
Carlson,
up.
yeah.
Here is the let me take that one out real fast. I can add it back.
Also show that when is this date released? I think there's something up with the date this was like released.
This is the patent, guys, the US patent. You can look it up, pull that number up. I found it, I've triple checked it. It's 1,000% real. The nervous system manipulator by electromagnetic fields from your monitors. This is coming off your TV. This is coming off your phone, which your TV is a black mirror. TVs, computers, phone, manipulating your brain and nervous system. Conspiracy? The elites do not think so. Yeah, they definitely don't. And real quick, on these aliens, this is a 1-minute clip. It's a little older video, but listen to what they say in this, Donut. Listen to this, brother.
A large part of the available UFO literature is closely linked with mysticism and the metaphysical. It deals with subjects like mental telepathy, automatic writing, and invisible entities, as well as phenomenon like poltergeist manifestations and possession. Many of the UFO reports now being published in the popular press recount alleged incidents that are strikingly similar to demonic possession and psychic phenomenon that have long been known to theologians and parapsychologists. UFOs are the means through which man's concepts are being rearranged. They are engaging in a worldwide enterprise of subliminal seduction.
Jacques Vallée, at least at that time when he wrote that book, was an agnostic. Interesting that he comes to basically the same conclusions I do as a Christian from my research. And he said about UFOs, they're real, but they're not physical. They're messengers of deception. And this was based on his research of about 20 years. They seem to be psychologically preparing, setting us up for some ultimate delusion that is too horrible even to imagine as yet. I would agree with that.
Ain't that
Wow.
pretty wild, brother?
But that's exactly how I want to make the Truth Tape DVD, just like that same style. What's
Yeah,
that
like that
video
old
called?
school style.
Yeah. What was that called?
Shit, I got the file over on Truth
That was
Mafia.
dope. Yeah, that was sick.
But I got the whole video. I'll send it to you. I can't remember off the top of my head though.
That was really good.
Yeah, the whole video is about 7 minutes long, and it's just all these old clips like that where they're talking about the connection between UFOs and demonic possession.
Nice.
Automatic writing, and like it's so, there's so many parallels there with this shit. It's mind-boggling. Do you need me to add that thing back, Donut?
You can. It just more on the
Backwards
cow.
by external means.
Was it this one?
No, it's the other one. The cow mutilation one. Yeah. So the whole cow mutilation, what that guy was saying, that was really interesting because it's pretty much what I'm saying too as well. Um, with the whole cow mutilation, here's Tucker Carlson's original. I mean, this is super promoted, and when they let this out, right here, here's the aliens, cows, men in black, and the occult. They're all
Look
connected.
at that shit. Where did that come from? That image?
I think it was like a Vice type of report or something like that.
Yeah, they're mainstream now. Ooh, Skinwalker Ranch. Well,
Yeah.
so at Skinwalker Ranch, Donut, I think it's a lot like Stardust Ranch, where it's an interdimensional gateway. I believe entity. Look at that April 20th date.
Yeah, so April 20th, 420, this is when the continuity of government took place in Colorado, right? Colorado, what happened there on 420, Rockefeller, that place, they are on 420. This 420 connection in Colorado is deeply intertwined as, yeah.
And we got the Denver airport where they say there's aliens underneath of it, which it's laid out in the, and that's April 20th of 1966. What happened that year? The Church of Satan released exactly 10 days after that. On 4/30, the same day AH, the leader of the German army, died. He committed suicide allegedly. We know that's a lie. But 10 days later, guys, go throw in your gematria calculator. Put Satan in. What's it spell? 10. What was Marilyn Manson's song? You say God, I say 10. Remember?
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
That's the lyrics. You say God, I say 10. He's plugging Satan with the numerology.
Yeah,
I
mean,
so Tom, like the thing when Tucker launched on Twitter, the numerology connected with that.
I gotta get all this shit out of my brain.
He launched exactly at 666.
Who did? Tucker?
Yeah, I just sent you the post. Somebody did the numerology on that.
Oh, dude, they love Tucker, man. These people are so crazy with Tucker. I did a video showing he's a 33rd degree Freemason, and man, they were so mad at me.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. The dude is a Mason. What do you want me to do?
Him and Trump, I lose a bunch of followers every freaking time.
Yeah, they'll tell, which is not, okay, let me break some down real quick. If you say you follow Trump and you're a conservative, conservatives do not act like that. They will sit there, listen to someone open-mindedly. If they disagree, it's no big deal. We're adults. Right. We can disagree. You don't have to unfollow somebody. That's some liberal Antifa bullshit right
so
there.
I called them. I said that's the equivalent of a liberal snowflake needing a safe space.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I call them out every time.
And it's some Antifa shit.
Yep.
If you can't see the chat, Angie, because I can see you, sweetheart, you might need to go out, come back in and refresh. They're pretty mad because they can't interrupt this video no more. Remember when me and Donut used to do lives? They would shut my Wi-Fi down and shit, Donut? I got a firewall now, brother. $9 a month with Brave. Shout out to Brave's bitch ass. But they got an amazing firewall. I can put it in Switzerland. And Donut, if you change your VPN like to Switzerland and shit, they get different countries get way different news. Like they'll talk about the same topic, but it'll be totally different what they're telling this country compared to what I found that out. I want to do a video on it and show.
You should add in how TikTok too.
I follow all the foreign countries.
Add what, brother?
Get different. Sorry.
Well, yeah, adding in TikTok, how in China TikTok is like all educational stuff, and in here it's just ridiculous nonsense.
Oh wow, that's amazing. What was you saying, Brandon? I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's like I've been doing that for ages. Instead of following Fox or CNN, I see what other countries are talking about with the U.S. or how they interpret a news event, and it's incredibly enlightening because I don't see the world now as everybody else does with their cable, which I don't even have. I see it through what other people are saying. You know,
I use fmovies.to and I get everything for free. Everything, but you got to use the Brave search engine or you'll get pop-ups. You'll get like gambling pop-ups, little cartoon pornos and shit. I think Putin owns that site because it's definitely owned by Russia. But every movie is on it, dude. Every new release, every Netflix series, every Hulu series. Like, I love F movies. I got all my people hip to it. They
I
love that
just
shit.
watched a new movie. If you go to the far left, my screen share, there's this image. It's I'm a big fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Me
and
too.
Charlie Day's got this new film out, and there's this like Mason. He goes into this Masonic room. It's called Fool's Paradise. I really enjoyed it. It's not like a movie that you would be like, yo, that was fire. It's got a lot of down stars, but I really enjoyed it because it made you think. There's like deeper meaning behind it. And he eventually goes into this Masonic temple where John Malkovich is in control right here. And there's this big Freemasonic thing right behind him. And he's yelling at him,
With the
saying,
two horses.
what he's saying is that Charlie Day is trying to stop the Freemasons from exploding their jism. That's exactly what they say in the movie. So everybody's projecting because Charlie Day he can't speak. So everyone's like projecting their insecurities onto him. And this is just an interesting scene because he goes into this Freemasonic room and they're yelling at him that he's trying to stop them from exploding their semen.
And then you got the two horses there, which we know the horses are connected to the worship of Poseidon. You know, and
Well, the two horses are connected to. I broke that down. It's the Templars. It's a very ancient symbol, yeah. But Poseidon. Sorry, continue.
Ain't it on the Marlboro logo too? The two horses.
Yeah, there is the horse, but the Templars. There's the two guys on the horse, but in Hindu, it's the two horses. That symbolism. Yeah, good call.
But yeah,
how is it connected to Poseidon?
The worship of horses is connected to Poseidon, which ties into Neptune and Dagon and the trident. You know, the trident symbol, which me and you first started going down that rabbit hole, and then me and Paranoid American did a huge podcast on it, showing, you know, Ukraine has the trident, ancient Greece in front of CERN. Shiva, the destroyer, has the trident that destroyed the three worlds.
Isn't that Optimus Prime's face on the far right with Ukraine? Can you see Optimus Prime's face with that?
I don't know. I don't see
Transformers.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is Optimus Prime's face.
Where are you guys looking at? What am I missing?
On the bottom left hand corner.
Because I made the thumbnail.
Yeah. So the bottom left hand corner, the third image is Optimus Prime looking. It looks like Optimus Prime.
Okay. Yeah, it does look like that. Now we had flight MH370 that went missing from Malaysia. Remember that, guys, which had the trident on it? 9/11, the Twin Towers had the tridents on them. And then we got the whole nuclear connection to the trident missiles, you know, and it's the coming of the Antichrist and Armageddon, this third world war, which, you know, Ukraine is going to lead us into. So,
yeah. And it was founded, Malaysia Airlines was founded on 5/1 May Day.
That's hilarious. Was it for real? And remember that year, Donut? Flight 370 went missing was 2014. And the biggest commercial in the Super Bowl that year was the Maserati commercial, which ended with a giant trident.
Wow.
Yep, sure did. And what Super Bowl was in 2014? I bet there was some occultic symbolism in that damn Super Bowl. You know, Donut?
I'll find out right now. 2014 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let me see. There has to be.
Oh, and it was on February 2nd.
The Broncos.
February 2nd. Yeah, look at this, Donut. So MH370.
February 2nd is the 33rd day of the year, I believe.
Oh, the Eagles.
So. And check this out, guys. They released this documentary on Netflix this year, it was exactly, what was it? So 3/8 of 23 was when they released it. And on March 8th of 2014, the Malaysian airline flight MH370 disappeared. So then they release it on the same, this documentary on the same day, which MH370 equals 38. And we see that on the cover of Murder by Numbers. They probably killed all them people on that damn plane. You know what I'm saying? MH370, March 8th, 2014, Malaysian Flight 370 disappeared from radar. 239 people went missing. A global investigation into this greatest mystery, despite reports, countless theories, and searches for evidence. Nothing, they say, right? So the plane goes missing. Here, look, guys. Here's the Malaysian flight, and here's the World Trade Center, the Trident Memorial. It's all Trident. Here's a clip of the 2014 Maserati commercial, the trending Super Bowl commercial, and it ended with this Trident. So they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. It's all symbols. And here's the Trident missile program. So it's also connected to thermonuclear war in July 2014. That's when Ukraine had that Rapid Trident. They did an exercise with NATO called Rapid Trident, and Rapid Trident equals 138. And we talk about archaics with the 138 code, this 138 year reset, right? So we said we just had 138 with Gary Rossington from Leonard Skinner, last founding member, dead at 71. Also noteworthy, the band's first album released on August 13th, which is 13/8, 138. In this case, he is dead 138 days before July 21st, when the new tour began. 138 is the Phoenix number, which Archaics and us went over. If you're on the Truth Mafia podcast YouTube channel, the Archaics video me and Donut did's at almost 11,000 views now. So shout out to all you guys for helping that get there. But it just shows the routes of where this flight allegedly went, and all the connections to it. It's a pretty good blog on it. But the Trident is the most important thing, because that's the symbol right there. They're saying the Malaysian airline flight was at the bottom of this ocean here. Did you see that, Donut?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's at the bottom of that ocean, but I do know this. They probably killed them people. And I said, look what I said here, guys. I was talking about the 13 days of preparation all the way back in March leading up. When Donut was talking about March 3/3 and 3/22, I said, bro, I'm on April. April, the 13 days of preparation going into Beltane. I said, something big is coming. Look what I wrote right here, guys. I believe this is another code for 1923, 5/1 of 23. Murder by Numbers released on 4/19, the start of the 13 days of preparation leading into 5/1/23. Something big is coming. Watch. And what happened on 5/1? The alien Las Vegas shit. So you see me and Donut predict this shit over and over. And like Donut said, we're not nothing special. We just know how to read the language.
Yep.
We know how to read the script. That's all it is. See, here's the 13 days of preparation. That's the day Murder by Numbers came out with that 38 on the cover. So there is proof right there that Tommy Truthful predicted that damn day. You can't take that away from me. This motherfucker is time stamped. Look. Right here. March 8th, I did that. I was talking about that day, March 8th. Pretty crazy.
Yep. The 38 is interesting. That's kind of what made me think about the gematria stuff a lot more, and the dates. And here's the USB port. So the USB port, it's multiple symbols. It's the Trident.
Yep.
So the internet is water. We're streaming right now. We're surfing the web. And You also got the cryptic masonry, the Royal Arch Masonry, I believe it's called, right here, which is on the PlayStation, and the
Cryptic
Squid.
Masonry, good catch,
Oh
Donut.
my gosh.
Yeah, and it's the Squid Games as well.
Neptune.
Yeah, and
Wow.
Titan.
even these space flights where you got the Virgin going into space, and there was a 9 days before Jeff Bezos or something, which is for the 9 months of pregnancy because he had the large phallic.
I like when Donut shows the slides. He has all these slides.
Yeah, I think I might just do a long presentation. But the phallic going into space,
Yep.
not 9 days before or after the Virgin. It's
Elon. What's that say at the bottom?
this was just my thumbnail, so it doesn't have anything to do with this imagery.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of these prints are the thumbnail.
Yeah,
And
you
even the
got
phallus that connects to Nimrod, the phallic symbol, and how Semiramis was allegedly impregnated by Tammuz. That's where we get our Christmas trees from.
Yes.
Yeah, that is very very interesting. Man,
And the water rituals, I still think this Omega event is connected to the bridge and the bridge currency, and even the XRP lawsuit with the SEC is Rosa Rios. Rios is river on our money, the currency, right there. And now she works for XRP, which is a bridge currency. The bridge collapsing, and Ray
Oh my
Dalio's
God.
bridge water. The water rituals are crazy. Yeah, I got a ton of slides. I could just like go.
Donut. That's another one me and you called but back on 9/21 of 22 when we first started podcasting. We said there was going to be a ton of water rituals on the West Coast, and all that flooding happened. Look at that surfing. It's all connected to water.
Yes, and looking out for the X, everything with the 24 and the X, we're looking out for that. That's a huge.
Oh, you got
date.
X-Men on there, which is interesting because they talk about this X gene.
Oh gosh.
The X gene. Oh, that's the Omega. The Omega.
Well, yeah, and yeah,
finale.
the X-Men, the X-Files. It's all dates. Like you even had the Bieber went into the metaverse on the 322 day. It's connected with Adam Weishaupt. Now, the interesting thing, I don't know if you know this about Adam Weishaupt, who created the Illuminati. He actually didn't build it, though. He came up with the idea. This guy, Philo, he's the second in command of the Illuminati. He
built it?
He built it. It seems like he was actually a pretty decent dude. Actually reading this, he quit the Illuminati and quit all secret societies and everything, and then died later. But in his letters,
why did he quit, Donut? He didn't like
he
what
quit because, well, first off, Adam Weishaupt was lying the whole time. He said that I have this organization that. So Philo wanted to build the Illuminati with the Freemasons already. He had this idea, and Adam Weishaupt sent this guy to tell him that already exists and it's a secret, although it didn't exist yet. So Philo, he built it thinking that it existed. So he recruited all of the members of the Strict Observance Lodge, maybe not all of them, but he's been eyeing members in Freemasonry to build this amazing brotherhood, making Freemasons great again. And he built this whole thing. And then Adam Weishaupt's like, look, it doesn't exist. It was just an idea, but we want it to exist. And you pretty much built it, make the degree system. So he built the Illuminati degree system out of the Freemasonic degree system, which goes back to the Knights Templar degree system. And he built it all, right? And Adam Weishaupt was super narcissistic. So he wanted to be the leader of the order. So Philo is like, yo, you're telling all these free men, right? Freemasons, free men that want to be free. Like, don't tell me what to do. Adam is like, I'm in control. I'm the general. I'm the king. And he was like, man, F this. And he left. But everyone stayed with Adam to the point of throwing the French Revolution. So I feel like, first off, this disclosure that he did is the same thing as the CIA disclosing the UFO files. So you got to have a take that with a grain of salt. But it's a fascinating story. But I don't even know if that's true, because the Illuminati, I believe all the dates here is not true. I believe there's true elements to it, but I don't believe it's all true. I think the Illuminati was created and built before 1776, like they say. George Washington. Yeah.
It was. You get another book called Bloody Zion. It was banned on Amazon by Edward Hendry, but he was connecting all the dots about Jesuits, Masons, the Mossad, and like even the Romanov execution of the family, that had big significance with some of the stuff that they stumbled on, finding out that Freemasonry was behind a lot of the events going on in the Bolshevik Revolution. But yeah, Weishaupt was actually friends with Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, that the whole thing is crazy. I guarantee they lied to us about so much shit connected to that. Weishaupt was also a Jesuit educated free. He was a Jesuit before he started any of that shit. So you can tell the church infiltrated it. And I love Catholic people. I'm talking about your leaders. They are not good. Just like all religions at the top are controlled, and really Lucifer is running them. But the just like the Christian people are good people, but everything's been infiltrated. Now, April says this, Donut, X gene gray eventually becomes the phoenix, which the X, the twin eclipses, has to do with my theory, the phoenix event. And, melanated people talk about this X gene, that the sun is reinstating ancient consciousness and activating this DNA, these 12 strands of angelic DNA in certain people, and that it gives them a superpower. They're going from carbon 12 to carbon 7. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I do know the Bible verse says in the final days, the bloodline of David will be like the Elohim. You know what I'm saying? Be like the gods.
And Jeff Bezos looks like X-Men Professor X.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. SpaceX. SpaceX equals 94. Star Child's 94. Project Bluebeam leaked to the public in 1994. And NASA was established on a date with 94 numerology. Flip that shit around. 49, Antichrist. The day DMX and Prince Philip with his coat of arms as the X were sacrificed on little Nas X's birthday.
Yeah, so 94, that year, is very important to any of the fake UFO disclosures that are happening right now, because 1993 is when the Rockefeller Initiative was released, right? 1993, 1994. If you look into this, you will see how the Rockefellers, the Clintons, what they were doing was to release under one umbrella a federation of ufologists to give us the disclosures. And the Stephen Greer guy, he was funded by the Rockefellers. This was on his Wikipedia page. And if I could be wrong, if there's fans of him out there, because I know a lot of truthers worship him, that if he does talk about the Rockefeller thing, then I will not talk about it anymore. But I'm not going to watch his videos because I see a couple slides and it's missing. The 90s is missing. It goes from the 60s to 2023.
I bet it does.
So this 94 millennial, this is my programming. I've been through the millennial programming of watching all the UFO movies, aliens and all this.
9/11, brother. That was the year during that Jim Carrey movie where he wore that. I think it was Ace Ventura. I'm not sure. Whichever one of his
The
movies.
Mask.
Was that the 94 one? Well, in whatever movie he released in 1994, he had a T-shirt on that said Ground Zero on it 7 years before the event happened.
Wow.
Okay, it's probably The Mask.
It might be all I know is it was Ace Ventura's ass wearing it. Whatever his name is, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, here, let me I'm going to show you something funny.
I'll find it. And
if you go to the Mask Wikipedia page, I can pull it up though, if you like.
Okay. Which one do you want me to share, Donut?
You're gonna love this, bro, because it just shows like the Illuminati symbolism. You could either show it on my page or your page.
This one?
Yeah. So the mask, just the Illuminati symbolism is funny because he's throwing up
6.
Gosh, yeah, Divine King hand.
And his hat, Donut. That's a Saturn hat. That's what that hat is. It's the same hat they have in the Catholic Church, that Saturn-looking Saturnalia hat. Them are real popular, like in the 40s.
Black and white necktie too. Black and white.
And also that hat is in the new Axe commercials right here. Right here.
Yeah.
I bought them right. And then you got Polaris, the 8-pointed star right there.
See, I don't trust these people. They got all this occult shit on their body sprays and shit. You know there's poisons in them.
Yeah.
I ain't putting that shit on me. Oh, whoa. Look at the time. 10:44 a.m. 33.1K views. 57 retweets. We just had the 57th Super Bowl, the 57th anniversary of the Church of Satan. 57 is birthing, a birthing ritual, birthing of a new race, as Rihanna's about to birth her child. She was in the Super Bowl, and then it's at 10:44 a.m. Jesuit Order 144, the 144,000 elect. That's why they use that number, because they want to attach negativity to it.
Yeah, and Barbados, where she's from, the oldest institution there is Freemasonry.
And what's their
she's
flag?
An ambassador. Yeah, it's the blue and yellow, and she's the ambassador for the country. So these are political. Oh yeah, that's right. And it's a big I mean, so these celebrities, when they're involved with politics, like on such a high tier level, speaking at the UN, if that's BTS or Leonardo DiCaprio, that it is, those are what I considered Illuminati celebrities. I'm not just pointing out people that do the symbols. Most people don't even know that they're doing the symbols. But when they're affiliated with the elite high level intelligence, then it's 100% easy to follow the script, to follow the storyline. And if they go through a ritual, it's easy. So like Machine Gun Kelly, when he wore the dress, I was like, he's going to blow up this year. And that was like one of my first predictions publicly, that people were like, oh, okay, so he knows what he's talking about, because he got awarded with assets like that girl, the witchcraft.
Oh my God, dude, you see that One Piece donut, that hashtag One Piece right there?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, guess what it equals? 72, brother. And you were just talking about the number 72, the 72 demons of the Ars Goethe, the average human lifespan, 72 years, the average human heartbeat, 72 beats a minute, harp's antenna, 72 foot tall. And what was you talking about with the number 72, donut?
Well, also the U.S. Open's going on right now, and they got the 72-hole stroke play, I guess. I don't understand.
See how that shit works?
Yeah, so that's started today. But yeah, all these things, they're all doing occult stuff.
You know they got AI running this shit. That's the only way they could do all this. So it's AI that's running it. They're doing, and guys, a lot of it is a source code, part of the script that we're looking into. Yes, there's 72 names of God too, Ryan. You're 100% right. But some of it's an organic source code, but the elites know, just like how me and Donut know how to hack the matrix, they do too. And if you don't think they're using it and doing these rituals on certain ley lines and energy points under certain astrological alignments, you know, making sure the numerology lines up, because it's part of number magic, numeric rituals, which is 777, I might add.
Yeah, I should start doing that though, but I don't do that, like release videos on certain dates and times. But maybe maybe I should. But if I do buy property or land, I'm definitely gonna have somebody that knows about the ley lines come in before.
Well, you know, that's smart, very smart. My dad did that with this new place he just built in the Dominican Republic. He did exactly what you said. It's on an ancient ley line, an energy point, which I'm going to show you guys pictures of this shit. I got my own place down there. It's freaking amazing. So I'm moving down there, bro. You know, I'll still be doing my little podcast, but it's just so beautiful down there.
I'm staying in America, bro. America.
I'm going to Dominican
Everybody's leaving America, but I'm going to stay here.
You're going to stay here and tough it out? But no, bro. So what I do, Donut, like Conspiracy Cinema Saturdays, which is a new podcast, me and my boy Paranoid American's doing. You can go to the YouTube channel, Conspiracy Cinema Podcast. The link is in the description. Make sure you follow it. There's one video up there that was released last Saturday. We're going to do a decode on Nefarious, the Christian movie that came out, Nefarious. That's this Saturday. But yeah, with I forgot what the fuck I was going to say actually. What was
You
I
got you were talking about your new podcast where you cover films and movies and decode them.
Yeah, but it was something else I was going into with that, and then I had one of them brain freezes.
Yes.
So
Well, the last decode you did was on the new Evil Dead series. Now, I'm a big fan of the old Evil Dead series with Sam Raimi, and Sam Raimi was the director of Spider-Man after he made the Evil Dead. Evil Dead is super dope because of you're a filmmaker. It was an independent film that just really took off. And the guy got funding from his friend. I believe he's like Indian or something. But his friend was a dentist or a doctor, so he funded it. So it was like an independent film, and it was super dope, super scary. Nobody's seen anything like it. And then they did Army of Darkness, which was number 3 with Bruce Campbell. But the guy became.
I haven't watched that yet. Yeah. Now I remember what I was going to say. Now, thank you, Cosmic Gumdrop. So that podcast I release, it's every single Saturday at 8:11 p.m. And because they're putting negative energy into the 811-118 code. The Matrix is 118, homicide is 118. 811 is connected to wormwood. So what I do is I try to put positive energy into it, educational energy, to counter the negative energy they're putting into it. If you guys sign up for any of my classes, you'll see my schedule. It's crazy as shit. It'll be on weird hours like 9:11 to 11:11. Everything I do in my life is numbers.
Well, what you're saying is a spiritual truth too, because a perfect example that people always say is about if you're in a dark room, you do one little bit of a match will light up the whole room. Like that's like something people say, but I've seen it physically where if somebody is in a positive attitude with their attitude, that's the key word, attitude, because that's all we can control our actions and attitudes. So you take actions and have a good attitude or have an attitude adjustment and get in that zone. That even with that, you could be in a room full of criminals. With that energy, everybody will be in line, even if it's only one person. And I've seen that physically, spiritually, in many, many rooms full of criminals and whatever, or people that are not are suffering from addictions or whatever. That beacon of light, I guess, of a person who's in that zone just gets rid of the negative energy. It's the power versus force. Yep. So a forceful person doesn't have power. It comes off as power. It's like a management level. Someone gets awarded with a management level. They don't actually have power. It's the title that has power, or it's the weapon that has power, but it's not the person. The person who can inspire and influence and lead where people want to be led, that's true power. And that doesn't come through force, by forcing someone. So letting go is a big spiritual principle of this, where if you could surrender, because everything is a paradox, right? If you surrender, you actually win, because you are surrendering in line with God or whatever you believe. But surrendering to whatever you believe is the way to win, because you're not like forcing that reality. So you go in live at that time at 8:11, where there's this negative influence. Just one person really can make a big difference through that attitude adjustment.
Yes, sir. No, you're 100% right. I mean, look at this podcast, for example. We got 327 people in here, but it's been at like 350 the whole time. And it's 187 on Tommy Truthful TV 2022, which that page, guys, they they hit my page and Donut's page to where they won't even recommend our pages no more. So Donut started his new Facebook. That link's in the description. I started Tommy Truthful 369, which I'm moving everything over to. And then we got Truth Mafia page where I share mine and Donut stuff and anybody that's in the Truth Mafia. But yeah, it's just crazy how, them energies work. And I try to stay with a positive attitude. When they did that to my page, I told Donut, don't stress, brother. I taught him how to rebuild another one, and not because you don't want to use your same account, because then that's you, and it'll do that to your other account. So you want to start a new IP or a new email address, start a new account, and that's what Donut did. So now he has that new YouTube and the new Facebook. Both links are in the description. Before we wrap this up today, Donut, I do got a question for you and Brandon. What is your guys' opinion on this whole Mel Gibson situation? Do you think they're going to kill Mel?
Well, look up his the logo for his movie company. It's one eye. I just did a post on this, and it got a lot of people upset with me.
Yeah, they love Mel.
Yeah, I like him too. But not enough where I'm like, if I see the signs, I'm at least wary of what he says, and I double guess and second guess everything. I think it's possible. He is talking a lot of sense these days. So
well, they might kill him in a scripted ritual as a distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he really don't die. They just kill off his character on the world stage, because I believe they're going to do that. Trump, we've seen it with The Simpsons. Biden, I really believe with all my heart they'll do it before 2024 with him, some type of King Kill 33 ritual. But I might be wrong. I don't know. The closer we get, I'm thinking, man, are they going to do it? But with me, if I ever get something wrong, I have no problem coming on here and saying, hey guys, I was off on that one, because we're human. So I can't stand people that don't do that. There's no big deal if you make something wrong, but address it to your community. Let them know, oh, I made a mistake on that one. Because we get a lot of stuff right too. So
And Mel Gibson is Hollywood asset. I don't trust Mel Gibson because he's a Hollywood asset, just like I don't trust Woody Allen, who's a Hollywood asset.
Big time.
Mel Gibson, wonderful actor, and I watch all of his movies.
Big anti-Semitic.
He's anti-Semitic, so I don't trust him, and he don't trust me. You know what I mean?
Touche.
That's what my friend says. Me and my friend, we debate, and I'm like, I don't trust Mel Gibson. Have you heard, like, he on the phone, he's saying the N-word and all this, and he's the conspiracy theorist.
He was in that movie.
I think they should make a sequel with that big beard of his.
So he's a Hollywood asset. So
what was the name of the movie, Donut? He was like an MK Ultra victim.
Yeah, it's called Conspiracy Theorist.
Yeah, it's actually
it's a great film. All of his films are great. He's in the Alien movies, Signs, and all that as well. Who made The Knock in the Cabin? He got into trouble saying the N-word and being racist, so he went into hiding. This is what all celebrities do when they're imagery of him being Christian, or what, I don't know what he is, but he made Catholic. That movie Catholic. He made the movie the Christ movie,
Passion of the Christ.
So that kind of ruined his image, so he went into hiding. This is what artists do when their imagery is bad. He goes and he comes back and is a new person. This is a law of power in the 48 laws of power. You recreate yourself. So now he's recreated with a beard, and he's spiritual now, and that he's going to fight the trafficking. But this is the thing, is that, and this is why I don't trust him. I could be wrong. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm not saying this 100 or whatever. Mm-hmm. The guy that is working with him was a CIA asset, I believe. I could be wrong there, or he's connected to military with the war stuff going on now, something like that. So that's just where I stand. He don't trust me. I don't trust him. Fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they'll do some type of scripted ritual like they did with Epstein, kill off his character. Oh, guys, hold on one second. Did you guys see what they did with the whole Epstein thing? I got to show you this before we go. This is freaking crazy. So JP Morgan just settled out of court for some crazy amount of money.
Oh, with the Epstein, I'm happy you brought that up because the article, JP Morgan, that article,
Yeah.
the way they wrote it seems like they're good.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah,
really
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Okay, let me show you. Yeah, let me show you guys this. So I'll break it down because you won't be able to hear the sound. I don't know why it does that anymore. But he's talking about JP Morgan agrees to settle with Jeffrey Epstein victims. And then the price is 290 million, right? Which is 11, first of all. But 290 million spelled out equals 303. And we all know the 33-degree Freemasonry. 303, zero has no value. So we're looking at 33. And the unnamed woman sued on behalf of a large number of Epstein victims. The judge overseeing the case ruled on Monday, Moon Day morning, that it could move forward in the class action lawsuit. Any association with him was a mistake and we regret it. They said we would never have continued to do business with him if we believed he was using our bank for criminal purposes. They're lying. You know damn well they were involved. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, they created the Federal Reserve. Jamie Dimon became a billionaire off taxpayer funding. Pretty much, we were forced to give him $1 billion, pretty much, through bailouts and whatnot. They're funding these islands, and it's all BS.
Oh, total BS. And guys, here's the other Instagram. Oh, look at the 811, 811-118. Talk about synchronicity, y'all.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, that's
Hey, Tommy, you got me kind of scared now for my birthday.
Why, brother?
It's 11/24/94.
11/24/94.
You said 11/24 and then 94. I was like, oh god.
We'll look into it. We'll look at it. There's no such thing as a bad birthday or a bad. They just put negative energy into this stuff.
On this stuff, right?
Yeah, but I want to show something real quick. Okay, so here's Donut's new Facebook. Right here, guys. He's got a big ass head. See? You want to hit follow? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
See how it's on? You want to do this on my page too. You want to put it on favorites, guys. You want to go down to content. See how it says highlights? Click on this. Put standard video, all notifications. Live video, all notifications, because they keep it all on highlights. And then you got to remember to hit update at the end. Bam.
Yes.
So now,
thank you. Yeah, I got the new Facebook and the new YouTube. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dropping its own content over there as well as over here. So there's going to be content on both pages.
yes. And, you know, go support them, guys, because they're shadow banning his other page. So we got to help each other, you know, get this type of information out. And his other one for his YouTube is right. Oh, sorry. It's right here. So on Tommy Truthful 369, plus the links are in the description. Why did this take me to here? What the hell? Oh, I know why. Because I clicked on that. Here's the link to his YouTube. Bam. So right now he's got 135K subscribers. I'm going to put that in the comments for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, brother. That's what we're here to do, help each other. You know what I'm saying? Put that right there. Bam, it's in the comments. And also his Facebook. Boom. And then I got two I want to show you guys of mine. And then we're going to pretty much take questions and call it a day because this was a freaking long podcast. But it kind of just flowed. I really enjoyed this one. This is what messed us up in the beginning. I had this open. So it's streaming right now to Truth Mafia. It's live on there. Make sure you follow that account, guys. My Truth Mafia account. Here's the new one, Conspiracy Cinema Podcast. Please follow that too. I'll put the link in there because me and Paranoid American will be doing a podcast every single Saturday. And I'm working on one with my pop. This is what I do all my designs on, guys. Canva, it's so phenomenal. And this is the one I'm doing with Dad. Truth Talks. That'll be every Tuesday. Brought to you by truthmafia.com. I made that. So, it's pretty cool. Just like if you're over here on Truth Mafia, if you click on this one about the whistleblower, which you're going to want to come watch this, trust me. You scroll down, New Swabia is what they're talking about, equals 1948, and that was connected to Project Paperclip. But scroll down right here, see how it says Tommy Truthful links below? Click on that. You'll see this big DMT thing pop up. Scroll down. Has all my stuff, guys. Here's my Patreon. I already showed you Brother Donut's Patreon. Make sure you support that. He does a phenomenal job. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All the links are in one location. And I put really cool thumbnails on them. Don't forget to follow our group on Telegram. We got a lot of people in there. They share a lot of cool information. If you're looking for the Diamond program, it's right there. If you're one of them people that want to show love and support, you can also donate because we are totally funded by you guys. So we appreciate all love and support. Show the same love to Donut. His links are always under his video too. He don't shout it out, which I don't blame him, but he should. He deserves a few donations and love. And Chan is the leader of the Truth Mafia. And before we go, remember, this is brought to you by the Ultimate Wellness Band. That link is in the description. It's also in the description on Donut's Rumble YouTube. So this stuff is amazing, guys. It'll help your body be aligned from us getting bombarded with these frequencies. Just think, the mass rollout of the electric grid was exactly when the Spanish flu happened. It's electromagnetic frequency sickness. And Donut, when we get off here, I'll put your link in these ones. I'll just update it because I forgot to do that. So if you
and I got Brandon's link in my Rumble too. We've had over 300 people consistently on the Rumble as well.
I don't even look at my Rumble. I wonder what my Rumble's over here doing. Let me see. You got 300 in yours?
Yeah, consistently there was 300 throughout the whole 3 hours.
When do you think Rumble will start letting us see the comments?
I would give it maybe 6 months.
Oh, wow. We got 240 in here right now still. 240 just in the Rumble. So, wow. So we had about 350 in here, Donut. Then another 300 on your Rumble. Then another 2 on mine. So we were at 600, about 800 followers, the whole podcast. That's pretty good numbers, man. Shout out to you guys. Any comments for our guest, Brandon? And he'll be coming on a lot more. Me and Donut both love. Well, look at Chan. We love interviewing with Brandon. He's got a lot of cool information. So you guys can find him on his Instagram. What's your Instagram again, brother?
You can find it. Just type in Krollology 101. KROLLOLOGY _101, or just type in Brandon L. Kroll.
Yeah, he's got some fire Instagram, don't he, Donut?
Yeah, you're gonna get a warning if you follow me. Everybody keeps screenshotting saying I got a warning about following your page, and I'm not even doing C19 stuff. So that's when you know I'm hitting the right nails on the head with connecting history dots. That's kind of my emphasis as opposed to gematria.
Well, I've been following you forever, so I didn't ever get that warning because I must have been following you. But after we did that last podcast, I seen you got a ton of new followers.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that, especially when you share my stuff. I notice it always goes up 30 or 40 people.
Yeah, I always got you, bro. I try to share all your guys' stuff. That's what the whole Truth Mafia stuff's all about. Right. And yeah, shout out to everybody in the comments. Even shout out to Little Truth Seeker. He was very polite today, so we appreciate that, brother. It's about love and spreading positivity. We don't all need to fight with each other. We're all out here trying to make content. We're all trying to do the right thing. Everybody has different opinions, and that's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
But go support Donut. Go support Brandon. All of our links are down below. We love you guys.
Hey, Tommy,
Knowledge.
would you be able to
What?
copy and paste my stuff? I saw somebody ask if you could put that in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. Can you
Thanks.
send it to me in the do you have it in the private chat?
I'll figure out. I'll do a copy and paste or something. And send
Here,
it to you.
I'll just grab it real quick.
Okay.
You mean your Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll grab it real fast. That ain't no big deal.
Sorry, I just don't want them to get confused because it is a little tricky to spell. I'll try to figure out something easier to find me.
Yeah, I put it in the description, but I guess a lot of people, I don't know if they don't see the description or here you guys go. It's in the comments now. So
Thank you.
see, yeah, it's on all my pages that I just shared it to. Shout out to my dude Jordan here. Jordan's one of your followers, Donut, but you know,
Shout out to Jordan.
the last 5 people I did readings on all came from Donut. And it's just awesome that we have all these people that are so cool. They share information together. They all come on Truthful TV and talk to each other in our groups. It just makes me feel good, you know, bro, that we're doing something. At least we're connecting like-minded people. And Alicia, just message me, sweetheart. But yeah, guys, we love y'all. Knowledge is power. Truthmafia.com.